Hello, Umut here. Welcome to another video. Today I have some exciting stuff with me. I know how much you love my mini journal videos and I love making them. Studio Light kindly sent me their some of their other collection of mini journal dies. And you can use this for multiple purposes, but I would just wanted to show you because I got some requests saying there's not English versions of how to use these dies. So I'm gonna try my best to show you how you can use them. In this video I'm going to cut them together with you so that you see how to assemble them and what it becomes. To the best of my abilities, let's see how it goes. Just to show you, this is from Just Glue Butterfly collection, and it has these rough edges which I loved. That's why I wanted this journal die, and in the end I'll show you here. You can make it like you can cut this cover from faux leather or other materials, and Studio Light has faux leather, I think, and make it a rough edged journal like this, or you can cut inner pages to create this journal like straight, and you can make the cover rough edges. So let's see, we will play with it. I don't know how it works exactly yet, so we shall see. And this is another one. Let me see, it's Stencil Sl382. Yeah, that's the best way to find it. And why I love this is it has this angel wing cover flap, so you can create your own again. And this is the angel flap, and it has many other dies that you can do many other things inside. Let's see, it scares me a little bit, to be honest, but things get easier when you start to play, I'm hoping. And this is called Stencil Sl382. This has beautiful like round flap, oval flap that I love, and I think you can use it again with different variations. So we shall see. They have more of these if you check out their web page, and there's a YouTube video that they show you all of them, so I'm going to link it down below. You can see all of the mini journal dies. So I'm gonna bring my die cut machine and some mixed media paper or other papers, and we shall play. So let's get our Sizzix machine and start with this butterfly journal. I have a normal Sizzix machine, Big Shot. So I'm going to grab this machine together with some paper. This is from Stamperia. It's like it has like a natural paper feel to it. So I thought with those rugged edges it would look really nice. It's like a vintage look. So I'm going to take the biggest one that has these rugged edges to create my cover with it. You can use any paper, mixed media paper, heavy cardstock, whatever is lying around in your stash. I think also the idea is to use up your stash to create these beautiful journals. It would be really useful, and there are a million different ways of creating your own journal. This is just one way, the way I did it. But I'm sure you will be creative and create it in so many ways. That's why I love these dies, because I will also use them again and again to create different looks of journals, which will be really fun. I also took this cardstock that I had that has a faux leather look, like a wrinkled one, old leather look, which is really nice. And I'm taking another piece from this set to create this binder parts that will go in the middle. I'm running it through my machine again. As you see, it created the holes and a beautiful design, and it has the scoring parts as well, so you can easily score it. It's going to connect the covers and create this beautiful journal. I chose this darker color to create a contrast between the pages and the part that binds them, to create a nice design, but you can do it differently certainly. I'll just show you for a second how it looks on the cover of the dies as well, so that you understand what I did. It also says on this packaging what is the size of pages that you need to cut to use within this journal. So it doesn't have the part that cuts the pages, but it's very easy for you to do. You get some mixed media cardstock, watercolor paper, or whatever you want to use inside your journal. You can also make it a junk journal and so on. So after creating my pages, I'm going to glue these parts so you see how the cover is created. You cut these pages and you just glue it on either side of the middle, and it was scored already, so here it is, the beautiful cover. It's very easy, and to embellish it I'm going to use more pieces from the die set. This is a little beautiful butterfly or moth, I'm not sure which one, but I'm going to use it with the same faux leather paper that I have, passing through my little machine, Susie. This is Sizik's sidekick. I named her Susie, and I'm going to just pop out the pieces. It's a beautiful, delicate design. Before I stick it down, I want to give a little bit more detail over my journal cover. I thought it was a bit too plain, so I took my sepia ink and I'm just going over this beautiful stencil with flowers here and there to give some interest at the back. I want to keep it vintage looking and simple, relatively simple, but you can go crazy. And I'm sure there will be times that I do too. For this one, I will just keep some muted colors and make this contrast between this natural paper color and brown. As you see, now that I have the butterfly in same color, it kind of brings everything together. You don't need to have different colors for simple beauty. You just use what you used, a couple of colors again and again, and it's not possible that it won't work. Now I'm going to show you how to bind it. I'm using a 1mm elastic band in black color. I don't have a brown or other color that will go, so I thought black is the best that goes with it. And I don't intend to buy 3 million colors. I think whatever I have is fine. So I just made the knot there. As you see, the papers that I cut in the size that was indicated on the packaging goes inside this cover easily. And I'm going to also do the cover strap so that I can use it over the journal to keep it closed. I'm just using this elastic band again like this and tie it all around the book, and you can embellish it with several things as you wish on the strap as well, which will make it look really cute. I'm going to do it as well. I just have a couple of pieces of charms made by my lovely friend as a gift. They came all the way from the US to me, and I have so many of them, which I am so happy about. I'm going to use them as like hanging charms on my journal book. I really like having things from my friends when I'm crafting, so that they become nice memories for me. And I'm going to continue to add some details for you to see how you can use it further. I have this scrapbook paper which has a script on it in my stash. It's just remains from other creations probably. So there are 2 more dies there, as you see, just to show you how they work. I'm going to use this on this paper, and you will see what you get. I didn't know as well, so I'm just trying here at the same time showing it to you. And this one actually doesn't cut it but scores it like with a threading design. So I decided to do it on one of the white pages to give it a little bit interest and show you again how it looks. So I'm going to pass it through the machine again. I'm just playing here to show you different options, and you see maybe it doesn't look so good here because the page is smaller, but it doesn't matter, you got the idea. This is another way you can use this die. You can use it over the cover as well to give it a nice design. And this is the other one. There are three. One is for the cover, and that's for actually for that stitching look, and this actually cuts again, so it's another rugged edge look. I decided to use this scrapbook paper to use the other die that cuts to create a smaller frame inside my journal cover. You will see what I mean in a minute. I'm going to cut two of these, and I will actually add the stitching design inside this the one that cuts it, so that I have two things at one, a nice rugged edge and the stitching design in the middle. I'm going to use this as well in the middle of this paper, and you will see why I did it. It's the scoring part to make it a nice cover too. I'm just trying to use all the pieces so that you see what they do for you to decide if you like it or not. You see it creates the holes and makes the scoring, so you just easily score it. I didn't cut it in the size that that will go inside the journal, so I'm going to do it now after scoring it. And now that it's the right size that can go inside the journal, I can take my scoring tool and make sure that it's nice and straight and scored properly. It's just a very easy procedure because the scores are already there. You can use any other tool, the back of the scissors or anything, to do this process. And you will see how it fits in the journal now. You can put it inside the elastic band and make it a part of the journal with a different design. There are also the pieces that I cut with the stitch and the other die, so I'm going to stick these at the back of my covers to make it look a little bit more interesting, nicer. It makes a contrast, so I really like it. Instead of the plain ones, I think these ones look so much better. When you are using these journals, make sure you have a glue that dries clear. Mine dries clear. You can use matte medium, although I think it will be a little bit difficult, so I would suggest a liquid glue. And I'm going to place my pages now. I have my elastic strap as well, and it's all ready. So let's look at this one now. A little bit intimidating, but let's take it one step at a time. First, let's do the cover. That's the easiest. And I see some angel wings here, different parts, the scoring part, lots of shapes. And you will always find how big you need to cut the pages on the packaging anyway, but let's see how it's going to work out. As I said, one step at a time. So I have this color, the navy color cardstock scrapbook paper in my stash again, so I'm going to use this. I'm just using these washi tapes to secure my die, and I am just measuring half of this die so that it scores, the other piece scores it. So until now I think we are all okay. My machine doesn't cut all of it, so I'm going to turn it and pass it once more from the other side. And inside there is this design which I thought could be interesting, but you will see that I will change my mind afterwards. So now I have the cover. I'm going to embellish the cover, so when you take step by step it becomes easier. Again, I have this faux leather looking paper in my stash that I haven't used for years and years, so today is the day. It looks really nice, and again I'm trying to create some contrast between the dark navy and these angel wings. There are 3 pieces that I can use. The pictures on the dies on the packaging helps a lot actually, so that I know more or less what to do. I pass this a few times because it's quite thick for the dies to cut. It's beautiful and delicate, and there are so many other things. Again, it's an opportunity to use this several times. So I cut my mixed media papers from my stash. This is going to be inside it. So this die actually includes the die that can cut inside, and you put it again, you measure the half, you put this piece that's going to score. Do you need it? Not every time, I think it depends on you. You can just cut it without, fold it in half, and have your pages as well. I'm using it for you to see this time how it's used. Just measure half of it and place it in the middle so that you can score it in the middle. I secured it with washi tapes. I'm just running it through my machine. I think I need to change this machine at some point. I think it's quite old by now. I broke the boards and everything. So I'm going to use this piece as well to show you how you can use it. Again, I'm using it on a cardstock. You can use again your scrapbook papers. That would have been nice actually. I don't know why I didn't do it. Sorry if there was some noise at the back. Some things are happening at home. But yeah, I'm just. I will cut this little piece from the same thing, and I will use one of the coat dies in the same set. All I'm using is from the same set, and you will find the links down below in the description area if I can find them. And I run it a few times again. It's a delicate die, and the paper is thick. After I cut this opening with the die, I'm going to just use my paper cutter to cut it on the edges so that it becomes like a page. As you see, they are mini now, and I'm going to fold it in half, make this die cutted part to be the flap, and this will be a mini page in my journal. So you can use this part like this or many other ways that comes to your mind. This was my idea. So I think I'm gonna have a couple of them in different parts of the journal. So that's how I used it. I'm going to score my cover as well for you to see how it looks. So the scoring lines are already there, so I'm just using those to fold it and use my scoring tool to go over it. I'm just going to stick these pieces that I cut before on the flap as well, so that I have my beautiful angel wings. Again, I'm using my glue quite generously. Even if it comes out, it dries clear, so I don't make a mess. And I'm going to stick the angel wings where they belong. So this is prepared like when you cut, the flap is this shape and angel wings sit in it perfectly. So you don't need to do anything yourself. And look how nice the contrast looks. I decided again this dark blue was a little bit too plain, so I'm taking one of my stencils. This is from Tim Holtz, and I'm taking this rose gold wax from Prima, I'm using my finger to apply over the stencil a little bit. Because the angel wings are shiny, I thought I should use another shiny element. So I'm using this to create a little bit texture at the back while going with the color scheme of my journal. I think it looks super nice, very elegant, very beautiful. I really love it. I'm really happy with it. Again, this is totally up to you. These journals are great for personalization, so you can customize it according to whatever your heart desires. So I'm going to glue down the sentiment create here as well, so that I have my cover ready. I think it looks really nice, again using the same cardstock as the flap. Here how it looks. And because I didn't want these edges, I just go over them with my wax as well. This is the moment I realize actually I don't like the inside now because it's quite unrelated. So I cut this scrapbook paper again with beautiful pink dots inside with the same process. So I'm going to just glue it inside so that I can cover the inside design. It's quite easy. It also made my cover a lot more sturdier, so in the end it worked fine. And you can see if you don't like something, you can always find a way to recover from it. In this case, I'm just going to put a lot of glue inside here, and I'm going to cover it all with the new paper that I made. And of course I'm going to do the same process inside as well with my rose gold wax. I'm just going over my stencil with my hand so that the inside and outside matches better. After that I'm going to work on my insides. I cut the white papers as you remember, so I'm just going to use the scoring places to score them, to fold them and make my journals. I did the same process with the elastic bands. It's the same mindset, and you see my little pages already tucked in my journal, so it all works the same way, and I have my hanging charms as the other one. So let's move on to the next one. This is the one with the oval flap, so I'm going to use a few things. Again, the pictures are helping me to decide what I can do. But as you play, I think you'll discover lots of things, and you'll make different things every time, which is the greatness behind these products. I'm just going to take a few things out of the pack. I don't know yet what they do, but I'm going to discover. I'm just looking and trying to see what I can do. I'm not going to use the long version that I don't like so much. I'm going to make a square. And I decided to go with these colors, thinking there are flowers and this can be like a really colorful flowery journal. So I took a pink cardstock, like a plain pink, and I took another colorful scrapbook paper that was lying in my stash forever. So I'm just using these to make my cover, this big die that has the curve on it, and again it doesn't pass through first time, so you need to pass it again, moving your board. And I'm going to use this tool to cut through. I think it's the part that combines the covers, like the first one. Honestly, it's the first time I'm playing with these two, and I'm literally using them and discovering as we go along. Nothing different than what you would do in your case. So I'm going to also pass these with my colorful scrapbook paper, and I'm going to cut the flower with the other part of my scrapbook paper So the colors are different but equally vibrant. You will see that it's so beautiful with its intricate design. I love it so much. So let's see now what we have here. So this, I used the big one, a big die with the curve, and inside I used the relatively smaller one to pass through this colorful scrapbook paper, so that I have a little, it's a little bit smaller than the other, and I can stick it on top of it. And you will see what I will do later on. As you see, this will be like this, but one of them I want a flap, so the oval part, the curve in one of them is unnecessary. I want the other one hug the other cover. I don't know if I can express myself, but you will see what I am doing now. This I'm going to score, so the colorful part will come on top of the other cover, and this flap, this oval part, I'm going to cut. So I'm just using my T ruler to do it properly so that it's not all over the place. I'm using my craft knife to just cut it off easily. So now I'm going to glue it to this part that combines the covers. It's similar to the first journal. So I'm going to glue down both parts of my cover, and now you can see that I was aiming for this part to flap over the other. And I'm going to use these flowers to decorate my pages as well. I also cut these parts included in the kit with pink cardstock to decorate the part that holds the cover. If you see, I'm just playing with the same two colors of cardstock to make a harmonious look. So this pink really goes well with the other, and it creates a contrast with the paper at the bottom of it, the back of it. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I love the colors on this. Remember, you can always make more things, play with your modeling paste, your stamps and everything. I'm keeping it relatively simple just to show you how this kit works when you cut the pieces, how to bring it together. I'm going to glue down this flower on the cover, on the front cover. These butterflies are also included in the kit, so I cut it with the same scrapbook paper. So I'm just gluing them down. I'm going to put one on the flap as well, and I'm going to cut down the flower in pieces to decorate the flap in the same way. I'm just cutting it in pieces so that I can fit them on this flap beautifully, and I love how it looks. Coming to the insides, again I cut my mixed media papers in the size that was recommended on the packaging, and I'm going to just mark the middle to score my pages properly with the tool that's provided. Again, to me this is optional. If you don't do it, you can just fold your pages in half yourself, and that's it. In that case, I think you would need to cut them smaller, because you're not having the scoring gap. So to fit it into the cover, I think you just need to make them a little bit smaller. But I'm going to do it properly with the scoring and everything. So I just cut them with the middle tool, and I'm binding them in the same way that I was binding the others. So place it in the middle, use my elastic band. You just pass it through the holes while you have your inside flaps inside the covers, so you hold everything together very easily. After this, of course, I'm going to decorate the the elastic bands as I did for the others. And let's have a look at all three journals that I did today. I'm going to decorate them slowly in other videos as I work on them. It's already a long video, but I wanted to show you how to use these die cut sets easily. I've been asked a lot so that you guys don't understand it easily. There are no instructions, which is a bit true, but when you start playing with them, I think you will get the hang of it very easily, as I did. I didn't know how to use them. I didn't watch videos too. But in time, I think you just cut the pieces and they come together somehow. I hope this was helpful for you. I love these three journals that I made. I can't wait to play on them. If you want to buy, again, I'll try to find the links and put them down below for you to see. If you like my videos, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe or comment below them so that YouTube knows that you like them and keeps showing you. Don't forget to open your notifications as well. There is a bell button next to the subscribe button, and if you click on it and you open it for all notifications, say yes, then you will keep seeing my videos because YouTube will show them to you when I publish one. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.